I came to kick it with you. Keeping everything I can keep official with you. I'm quick to get you. Understanding my force. Cut you like a samurai sword.
All right, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of Slicing It with Blade. And I am Francisco, and my guest needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. He is one of the up-and-coming hip-hop artists in the Cleveland music scene. Honesty Blade, how we doing, man?
Man, we doing excellent, man. Blessings. No complaints.
Well, I mean, you can complain, but ain't many people gonna listen. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we might as well get through it and do what we do. So, listen, we got a couple topics to talk about today. First topic I want to kick off is new music. So, before we got on the air, we were discussing that there's some artists that have been putting out some music that nobody's hearing about. So, let the audience know what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. So, I have singles that are coming out regularly. My camp, Media Aquarium Studios, we all have artists that are underneath that umbrella that's dropping music. Man, I just released Blades. That came out July 14th. So, man, that's something that you can stream right now on any of those Spotify, Deezer, Amazon, all of those platforms. Man, I don't know where to start, bro. Like, Papoose dropped something. Like, do we want to go into that, or do we?
Yeah, we can go into Papoose. I mean, Papoose has been in the music scene for a long time, but I think the problem is that, I mean, from what we were talking about, Papoose has been dropping a new album. You said every month, but
every month,
you're not hearing that in mainstream media. Like the mainstream media is not picking up on that stuff. A lot of people don't want to listen to old heads. They, old hip hop, old school hip hop. People are not into that. They want to hear that beat. And when they talking about, doing what is it, purple drink and taking mollies and all kinds of stuff, but they don't want to hear raw talent like they should. So have you gotten a chance to listen to some of the albums that he's come out with?
Yeah, like he started at January and I got wind of it in July, so I listened to that tape, and none of them are long, because if he's gonna be doing this shit every month, you would figure that could be too much music. But them joints is like 7, 8, 9 tracks. July was crazy. I went back to May, got January, got February, and you get stuck on some of them.
Yeah.
So I got stuck on like February, and then he just put out August, and he's just titling them, the month
every month.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't get too complicated. Like, what was that album? So he just kept it simple.
So any features on there that you like? Or is it just all him?
Yeah, but I can't remember the name of the female who sings on this track. On the August one, they got this track, Ultimate Rush. And he got Rockwilder. He produced the beat. Mm-hmm. Papoose got some heavy beats. It ain't like some no names. Like, he may have some people that aren't stars, but he got a beat from Timbaland with Anthony Hamilton on the hook. Man, he got some shit, man. And it's crazy, man. But the August tape is crazy. I got that in rotation. And like, I feel you on that. Like, some of the youth don't want to hear some of that, but like, I think a part of our belief in that is just the propaganda that people don't. Yeah. Because there are some young, they're not the majority, but like, there are some people that still want to hear that good music. Like, no matter how old the artist is, they still just want to hear quality. So if they hear it from Papoose, or if they hear it from maybe a J. Cole, you still got that demographic of people who want to hear that music. And now, since everything is online, it ain't like you can't afford it. Everything is streamable.
Yeah, but I tell you what, man, it's a different generation, man. It's not like it used to be where people want to hear a message in their music, man. But with Papoose, though, he might have had all this stuff in the bag already, man. This is music he's probably been working on for quite a while, and he just decided to pull it all out in one shot. Because these guys, you yourself, you have a book full of music that you haven't put out yet.
Facts. That's how you stay ahead. And Tupac made it popular. Like, we all seen the footage of him in the studio just being on top, and people like, yo, we need to be on it. And that's true though. Like, even if that would have never been popular, like, that would have still been the truth, because, that was just how I was raised. It was just like, you know, you just record and work on your craft, you know. So you ain't scrambling like, damn, I want to put a tape out. What I gotta make?
So I was asking you earlier, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me. A lot of people are going to agree with me. You said you haven't heard Drake's new Loverboy, Certified Lover Boy album yet, right?
Yeah, no, I haven't heard it.
So honestly, to me, I think it's one of his, some of his best work. I mean, there's a couple of tracks in there that I can get down with, but overall, I don't think. I mean, it's almost on par with how Bad Views was. It's right on par with that. So if you heard Views, you know how Bad Views was. This is right on par with that. I think everybody gives Drake a little bit too much street cred when it comes to the music because he's had a legacy for so long already in the game. So he gets a little bit of leeway when he comes out with trash albums. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I mean, he's Drake. He's out of that whole. He got 21 tracks on that album. To me, 2 of them are bangers. That's it. That's my opinion and my opinion only. I think Drake has done a lot better than this album. Sometimes I think they just got to put out stuff again, you know, slap it against the wall, see if it clicks. Sometimes they can go, you know, multi-platinum. Look at Eminem. Eminem's come out with some trash music, but he sold. They become triple, quadruple platinum,
right.
Even though the album was terrible. Your fans are your fans. They're gonna sell. So Drake has a big fan base, but it's not his best work. I don't think it's his best work.
Nah, because like, man, I felt like he had the perfect, like, I ain't gonna say career because there's obviously other artists, but like I felt like he had a sweet progression from like what was the first shit? Take Care. What was the first album in 09?
I can't even think that far back, bro.
Well, like
it's too many years back
from me. Yeah, okay. Well, that first album I thought was great. And, you know, of course, I was young, so that's a high schooler's perspective from back then. But, you know, the music didn't age bad. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
a lot of his stuff didn't age bad. You know what I mean?
Like his beginning career, like that, going into Take Care, and then with the, what is it, Come Home? Or what was the name of that third album? Ah, man. But that album was classic to me. I felt like he had like his best work in those first 3 projects. And then like that If You're Reading This Is Too Late project was fire. That shit was like some unofficial album type shit. But that was fire. But then after that was Views, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like a slope. Because he started getting lazy. He's
always changing his style up anyway to incorporate what's going on now. So he's going to work with newer artists and he's going to try to adapt his sound to what they're doing to not make them look stupid. You know what I mean? When they're on the track together. Because, you know, and that at the end of the day, I mean, you got to sell. You can't be certified lover boy. You ain't making that money to call yourself that. I mean, at the end of the day, that's how it goes. You know what I mean? So is there any new music besides Papoose that's come out that you have been hip to right now that the public really doesn't know about?
Man, to be honest, like if it is, I probably have stumbled across it, but like I'm not actively seeking it because I'm always thinking about my own content.
Yeah.
And when I'm not creating, I'm watching some battle rap. So to be honest, I really don't know. To be honest with you, I've been listening to some alternative rock.
Really?
Yeah. And this band, I don't know how long they've been out, but Breaking Benjamin, you heard of them?
Yes, I've heard of Breaking Benjamin, yeah.
I don't know, you know, how long they've been around, but I heard some songs that I like, and I was just like, you know, when you find shit on your shuffle list, you know, you just like it, and then that should be hitting.
Well, you have
like I don't know who's new.
Well, you have like I said, you have a lot of independent artists. You have I know you've heard of Immortal Technique, correct?
Yeah.
So you have guys like that, man, that are, you know, a lot of people don't get a lot of mainstream, man. Even you've heard of Blind Fury too, right?
Yeah, he battle raps.
Yeah, one of the best battle rappers ever to be on 106 in Park. I don't care what anybody says. That dude used to cook people for a living. He still does his thing. He still does his thing on YouTube. He has his own YouTube channel that he does lives on Friday, and I always go on there and see what he's doing. But this dude is so gifted so gifted when he can just say stuff off the top of his head, man. And you know, he doesn't get a lot of pub like he should. He never got the deal that he should have. He never went big the way he should have went big. But people still, trust me, if you love the music, people are still gonna find ways to make money, man. They're still gonna find ways to get their art out there with everybody, whether you're gonna listen to it or not. Everybody has an audience, bro. Everybody has an audience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so with that being said, it's almost like the veil has been lifted to a degree. Like, you know, like I mean, obviously there's a degree of competition. You have to be at a certain level to be in the conversation. But like fans don't have to fight over artists. Like,
right.
You know, if you listen to 2 Chainz, you can support Immortal, you know. It's like you can stream all this shit and then you can still keep supporting, and then now everything's direct to consumer. So
right, direct to consumer. Yeah. You got SoundCloud, you know, you got SoundCloud too. You got all these avenues and all these media engines that you can use to get your music out there.
You know,
and if somebody doesn't like what you have to say, what you sing or rapping about, there's gonna be somebody else who's gonna eat that shit up. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna support you no matter what. So you'll get the love, especially in your own city. So if you if you blowing up in your own city, that's how most of these rappers get big, man. They start off in their own city first, and they get that fan base going, and that fan base is what helps them get to that next level. And then even if that fan base doesn't blow up, man, I mean, it doesn't help you blow up. You still good in your city. You still make moves and make money in your city by doing shows. You can tour. You can tour your own state. Like, people don't realize that Ohio's big, bro. Like, people don't realize how big Ohio is. You got places like Columbus, you got Cincinnati, you got Dayton, you got Toledo, bro. There's a lot of places where you can go where you can tour at within the state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need to exercise some of that, and that's what I'm in practice of. You know, and that's why I don't be knowing who's new, because, you know, in my mind, you know, they're real people, but, you know, they just on the outside world.
Well,
like, you've been making.
We talked about that last time, how focused you are when it comes to your own music, man. You know,
yeah.
And it's rare that you go outside of that scope. This is why I was surprised when you said you didn't listen to the new Drake joint, because everybody listened to the new Drake joint.
I know, and I'm so the opposite. Like, I'll check it, but it don't be priority because I know most people's mind state.
Yeah,
You know, popular topics attract that type of thinking. So I'll just be like, all right, I'll get to it.
Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about music, your music. So last time I talked to you, you were doing some shows. You were recording more. So give the audience a little rundown on how the shows went. What new shows you got coming up? Is there, you know, because we're going into the winter months now here. You know, it's going to get cold out. So what do you have in the books right now cooking for the next couple months?
Facts. So we've been doing the International Airport series. So that's really just a concert, and you get various artists such as myself. I got flyers right here, and if it can be seen, we got Latina Bombshell. She's a musician. She's also a vendor. So she has her own type of merchandise, things that she sells, hats, t-shirts, things like that. But she's going to be performing. Sam Goody. This is an MC and DJ. He's going to be rocking a set. Drastic, that's out of Cleveland, 216. Drastic is going to be MCing. And we got a special surprise. So y'all might get something exclusive. Ruben 7 is going to be performing. He's an MC.
Okay.
Power Naps. This is my official DJ and producer, and he's going to be doing a set. Myself, Honesty Blade. We got R Squared. And anybody that's already seen Franklin Francisco podcast is seeing them.
Yep.
Media company, but they're also artists. Jewel 7, he's an MC, so he's going to be performing. But we've done pretty much a show since every month since June of 2021. We did, or May actually, we did May 28th at Now That's Class in Lakewood. Then we came back in July. We had a set July 2nd. We came back in August 6th. We did the Winchester, and that's a bar or a tavern that's in Lakewood. So we just been staying consistent, man, because the energy is real, like, vibrant right now. Battle rap is keeping those juices flowing. The verses shit, like, you know, I know, like, the energy ain't never felt this bubbly and this potent, like, in a long time. So, you know, I've just been taking advantage of it.
So how's the turnout? How's the turnout been for the concerts? Has it been, you know, people been coming out to see you guys?
Yeah, it's been peaks and valleys, but more high than low.
Okay.
We had a great turnout in May, July, August. We had one show in August that dipped off a little bit, but you know, we still had consistent numbers at the next appearances. So, I mean, it's that type of thing.
So I was gonna ask, so that Latina Bombshell, that artist, is she an MC or is she what kind of music is she doing? She doing reggaeton? Is she doing rap? What is she on? Was she singing?
I've seen her music in her stories, and I've seen a different mix. Like I think she did a rock song, and she sings. But I'm not well versed on her catalog, to be honest. I haven't looked into her music yet.
So do you guys co-mingle with each other when during the show, or you just guys sit in the back prep for your own set to get yourself ready to go? You guys, I mean, is there any co-mingling and talking to each other before the show?
Yeah, we mingle, and it depends on how early everyone arrives, because you know I make it a point to get to the sound check. That's usually like 8:30 or you know hour and a half prior to start. And you know if all the acts are there, then we do. You know.
Oh, so it's what some of them haven't showed for the show.
Well, you know, I'm just saying, provided people arrive at the sound check at the same time.
Oh, okay.
You know, sometimes you arrive at different times.
Oh yeah. And then I mean sometimes, you know, during the show when people are done with their set, some people just take off. You know what I mean? They you know, I've seen it happen. People take off, they get their set done, and then they go about their business, like, you know, because it's work to them sometimes. You know what I mean? They just go in, do their thing, go home. That's it.
And it makes sense, you know, it's relative. You know, sometimes you build, sometimes it's just, you know, I got another priority. So, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes I think it's kind of productive doing that, because to me, it's like crabs in a barrel. Everybody can be successful, man. I think collaboration is the best thing. And, you know, R Squared is trying to work on that and trying to bring a lot of these artists together. But if artists are kind of productive with themselves, it kind of hurts the whole movement of what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? It's everybody should have their individuality, but at the same time, everybody got to try to build something together. If y'all can keep moving that forward, man, that's how it should be. But like I said, everybody has their own, like you said, their own priorities. You know what I mean? They have their own, you know, things they need to do. But like I said, I think we shoot ourselves in the foot sometimes when we don't collaborate the way we should.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that, because networking is the biggest part. You know, in a business based on relationships, it's about relationships. So, you know, that just means the same rules as any relationship: time, attention. So it's like, I get it, because, you know, people do have daily priorities, and you might have to go slide off and go do something, but, you know, you get your harvest from all of this investment in your craft, from sticking around, shaking hands, chopping it.
Absolutely, because that's how you build equity.
You know,
that's exactly how you build equity. You build equity within the community, because then if let's say one of you guys blow it up to the point where now you have the ability to bring other people in, and then that person is going to try to come back, and you're going to be like, where was you at when we was trying to build all this together? Now you want to come slide back this way.
Yeah,
I was trying to build that bridge for you, but you set a match to that and burned it right behind you. That's not good for business, man. I think the biggest problem in the music industry is ego, bro. I think people can't check their ego sometimes. People think they're bigger than they are. You know what I mean? I think if we check, people need to be realistic, man. Helping each other is going to help you get where you need to go to that next level, because you have your own audience. They have their own audience. If you collab, now you introducing each other to each other's audience, and all that does is build both brands. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I do, because it's just simple economics. It's just, and you know, when we think economics, a lot of times we think about a dollar, but you know, economics is just the greater. You know, it's just the functionality of the greater. So we saying the same thing, because each person has something that's an area of opportunity. Like I might be a real nice MC, but then I might need more assistance with marketing, and then another person who understands that might need more help with the craft, and then one hand wash the other, and then you create something.
But yeah, and I think that's the best way to build equity within the company and what you guys are trying to do.
Right.
But it's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to think that way at the end of the day.
Right.
So all you have to do is work with those who are willing to pull in and work with you, like me and you. Like we in different states, man. Like the minute you call me, it was like, can we jump on? Hell yeah, let's jump on. Let's get it going, because you have a lot to say, and you have a passion for the craft that you do. I have a passion for the craft that I do. So why not collab on that, and why not, bring it out to the masses and the people to make form their own opinions on what we're doing and move forward. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a continuation. Now, let me ask you a question. So what shows do you have coming up? Do you have anything coming up in October?
This show, the 10-1, we got
the 10-1 show.
Yeah, that's gonna be Friday, and we'll have a monthly occurrence. So we got this International Airport Series. It's gonna be monthly at Now That's Class, and you might sometimes catch us at a Winchester, maybe at a grog shop, a B-side. It just depends. But we have regular acts.
So are you guys live streaming this? Because where are you guys gonna live stream it? Are you guys been live streaming it, or are they just recording the shows?
It's in talks. We have discussed live streaming it. The specifics of that, R Square can confirm, because they're really the ones that's doing it.
Right.
So,
I think that's going to give you guys more exposure, man.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And it's been talked about. You know what I mean? We've been in meetings about it. We all know how important it is. So it's going to be great, man. Yeah,
because as many shows that you guys been putting out, man, I believe, live streaming it and putting it out there, or putting it on YouTube, it'll give you guys more exposure. You can live stream it on IG, you can live stream it on YouTube. There's a lot of avenues, man, to record those shows, man. I think it's just it'll have people tuning in, whether you believe it or not, or you just record it and put it out there, man. Let people, make their own judgments on the type of music it is. And I'm sure everybody in Cleveland's going to support you guys. I mean, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, because it's not like you're just one style of artist. You have all different types of artists with you right now that have all different kind of, lyrical skills and different sets of music that they do that can still interact with each other and still grow. So I mean, it's all up to how everybody wants to manage it moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a beautiful climate, man. Because everybody could drop. Like, you could just drop some shit at midnight because you feel like it. Like, now obviously, like, putting marketing dollars or marketing energy is going to, obviously get you more exposure, but it's just the function of it now is so slick, because it's like I'm in competition with Jay-Z and all them. We all in the same landscape,
Yeah.
But I can still confidently put my project on the table and be like, yeah, but I'm here.
So let's shift gears a little. Let's shift gears a little bit, man. Let's talk about the last verses.
Ooh, the Ja Rule Fat Joe.
Oh man, dude, that I don't know what that was, but that wasn't no damn verses. That was more of a concert. You know what I mean? He brought on everybody under the sun, Ashanti, Remy Ma. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. Joe is the master of the one-hit wonders, and I've said this before.
Right?
I said this before. Fat Joe has more one-hit wonders than I've seen anybody in anybody's catalog. This dude, he'll go away for 5 years, come back, get a hit, go triple platinum, go away, come back, get a hit, go triple platinum again, go away. So his whole catalog was basically stuff that he was known for being one-hit wonders for, and then dipped out.
He's like a singles guy.
Right, like big time. Like, one-hit wonders. I don't even consider them singles, because nobody really listened to the whole album. They just listened to that one song called it a day.
Right. So, yeah.
So what did you think about that verses? I went to it wasn't for me. Like, it really didn't do anything for me. Like Locks versus Dipset. I mean, that was fire. It wasn't even the same class as that. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's legend. That's legendary. I could tell that story to my sister. She can hear it now, but years later, that'll make sense. But that Fat Joe Ja Rule, man, like you just said, like, Fat Joe he's a single guy, in my opinion, because, like, I never felt enough motivation to go get a Fat Joe project.
Yeah.
I got Jealous One, Still Envy, that second one, and that was all right, but like, compared to Ja Rule, he's much further developed of an artist. You know what I'm saying? Way more developed of an artist, period. So it's like Ja Rule gonna bust your ass because he could do the singles and the cuts that's on the album. So how you gonna fuck with a nigga like that? Like,
but a lot of people don't give. A lot of people, it was split though. It was 50-50. A lot of people think Ja Rule won. A lot of people think Joe won. So
yeah, I understand people's different scopes. I see it from the MC scope all the time. So, you know, I guess we all be looking at some shit different. You know.
So what do you see now?
What
are you hearing down the pipe though for new verses? What is it? What's coming out now that you're hearing? What is it you're looking forward to? What are some of the things you want to see?
What do I want? Okay, well I'll start with what I heard. Did you see the live with with Jermaine Dupri, Puffy?
Yeah. No.
And listen, I mean that would be a good versus with JD and Puff, but I think everybody want to see Puff and Dre. You know what I mean? But Dre might win that to me.
Puff music, all dance music though. Nobody wants to see Puffy. Nobody wants to see a 50-year-old Puffy dancing on stage, man.
I mean, but he ain't gonna have to do that because he got so many other associates. You know, he'll pull some G-Dep, he'll pull out some Big, he'll pull out Faith. You know, he ain't gotta be the front man.
Man, G-Dep sitting in prison. Black Rob, isn't Black Rob sitting in prison too?
I don't know.
Or did he pass? I think Black Rob passed, didn't he?
No, yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, Black Rob passed. You got G-Dep sitting in jail. Half his crew ain't even with him. So what songs he gonna use?
I mean, I'll say this: he ain't gonna have no performance. You know, it ain't gonna be in his favor. So if it's just the records, then all right. Let me rephrase. Puff ain't gonna win in any scenarios because this is why. Because of what you said with his roster, that's a handicap. What happens when Dre pull out Snoop? What happens when Ice Cube comes on?
What happens when Eminem come on? Because you know Eminem.
What happens when Eminem? You know what I'm saying? So if it goes to performance, it's over. If it just stays with the records, then the only fair thing is to have that versus go down in a neutral place. Because, dog, if that shit happened in New York, it's gonna be biased.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If that shit happened in Cali, it's over.
It's a wrap, yeah. You gotta do it someplace like Texas, like somewhere in the middle of the state. Go to Idaho or something where, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm saying, because it's not a fucking fight in LA.
Yeah. Go to some place like in the middle of Montana or something like that, where it's in the middle of nowhere, where you can actually get a fair assessment of who's who. So what is it you want to see moving forward versus though?
Let's see. Who would I want to see? I would want to see Busta.
Nobody want him.
Who can take him?
Everybody thought it was gonna be T.I. T.I. will get smoked.
Nah, yeah, he get smoked.
T.I. will get smoked.
Yeah, no way. You have to get somebody just as strong in performance. Period.
But who though? Question is who?
Right.
Honestly, question is who?
I'm struggling, man.
I mean, lyrically, who can you see go up again? That's the question. Only guy I could see go probably song for song is M when it comes to lyrical. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel Busta gonna outperform him if that's a concentration in the verses. He's definitely gonna outperform him. Eminem is nice, but not a performer like Busta. Busta is like the songwriter, the performer, the ad-libs, the girl part on the song. He's everything. He's a one-man fucking show.
I mean, I want to see some old heads though. I'll tell you who I want to see. And people are gonna laugh at me when I say it, but I want to see it because these guys are, top 10, top 15 all time. I mean, Rakim is in my top 5, period. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Rakim's one. I want to see Rakim against KRS-One. KRS-One. I think in versus what?
Yeah.
Come on, man. What?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Bruh, that probably gets some of the best views you see out there, man. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be one of them. Yeah.
I want to see Nas, Jay-Z.
Ooh. I kind of know how that's gonna go.
I mean, they cool together now, but still, I think it'll be fun to see. You know what I'm saying? You see, you see Jay-Z. You know they're gonna bring out the ether. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, you know, bro, like Nas mean more to the culture, in my opinion. And
Really?
like Jay-Z, yeah. If we're talking hip hop. Now, if we're talking about like rap success, American mogul, then it's Jay-Z.
Right.
But you know, when we talking about hip hop, ain't nobody talking about Jay-Z before Nas.
I don't know, man. Jay-Z has some bangers, man. Their
Not
Presidents.
before Nas.
I mean, I'm saying though, Their President's one of my favorite joints from him. You know what I mean?
That shit raw, but that ain't nowhere near as potent as One Mic.
Yeah.
And that's later.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I would want to see that. I just don't know. I don't know who's willing to jump in the ring with Busta, because they don't seem like nobody don't want the smoke. Nobody want to get in there.
Ooh, man. Because like, who got the catalog and the performance? You got to have both. Because Busta gonna smoke niggas on.
Well, you know he gonna bring out. You know, Flip Mode gonna make an appearance on there.
They don't even need Flip Mode.
I know, but I'm saying he gonna bring him out. He gonna bring him out though. You know he will.
Who the fuck Flip Mode gonna? I don't even know. Like, it's overwhelming. Like, Busta is too overwhelming of an artist to even need Flip Mode Squad.
But you know what? I want to see some Southern artists though. I want to see Paul Wall. I want to see Paul Wall against Mike Jones.
Paul, the fuck right. I knew you was playing. Nigga. Now, there's some people who do, because Swisher House do got a legacy.
I'm telling you, people, Swisher House I'm telling you, people tune in for that. Everybody, Mike Jones gonna be like, Mike who? Joe. Everybody's gonna have the whole crowd going, man.
Hey. Man, look, when I was in school, I was in high school. What grade? I had to be like 8th. I can't remember. Maybe 8th or 9th grade. When Swisher House was out, that was all niggas played.
It'd be all chopped and screw music. The entire verse is all chopped and screw music, bro.
And it wasn't my favorite thing. You know what I'm saying? But like, that nigga Chameleonaire, he had a fucking buzz. I'm saying, like, before that internet shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas had a buzz. So, nigga, you had to be raw. Like I heard about them niggas all the way in Ohio. Paul Wall and Chameleonaire and all that mixtape Messiah shit. You know, niggas got legacy, so that would be a good ass versus. You know what I'm saying? Because because Dipset
don't sleep on it,
bruh. And you know what? Let me say this too. I'm so glad that the Lox Dipset versus happened, not because of how it went down, but because of the fact that they brought to the forefront that it's not all about hits. People just think, oh, it was popular, it's gonna win. It's like, did it age?
Did it age well? Yeah.
That shit, man, that shit sounds retarded after them Jadakiss mixtape songs went off. That was like, oh, you gotta battle that? Nigga, and Rough Riders is they later part of their fucking career. Them niggas was with Puff.
Yeah.
You think stop. Dipset. Stop. Niggas got short memories.
People have short. Hey, people. I tell people all the time, man. People are gonna remember what they want to remember at the end of the day. But I think that's some. I want to see some. I think we need to shift away from East Coast rappers. You know, get away from
the South.
Go to the South and get. I want to see some South verses, man. I want to see T.I. versus somebody. Scarface would blow everybody out of the water, bro. Who come on, man. Honestly, who gonna mess with Scarface?
Devin the Dude. Don't front. And that nigga don't rap nowhere near as hard. Devin the Dude. All he gotta do is do boo boo. Nigga, he gotta do that. Or he got some cuts, man. You can't front on them niggas.
It would be interesting. I just want to see. I want to see them make the shift away from the East Coast stuff, man, and go South. Because South has cut their own legacy, man, and it's time that people get a taste of that stuff, man. Because Chopped and Screwed, man. I mean, they the South put that on the map, bro. It's because of them you have a lot of stuff that's chopped and screwed right now, man. So let it be shown, show it out, man. Even if the catalog is not great, man, that not for nothing, that music bump. And I don't like South music, bro, but I their beats bump, and Scarface is like one of the only Southern dudes that I like. Who else? Paul Wall, like maybe one or two of his songs. And then even No Limit, some of their joints was good too back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd like to see a No Limit Cash Money. That'd be too fucking long.
Oh, way too long.
Everybody.
Yeah, way too long.
It'd be like a 6-hour verse.
And I tell you what. In all reality, if C Murder wasn't in prison, he'd probably do that whole thing by himself and kill everybody who go up against. Because C Murder went hard, bro. C Murder went hard. He was the best one out of all of them that could actually put something together when he was rapping. You understand where I'm coming from?
No Limit.
Yeah.
Better than Mystical.
Man, I tell you what, Mystical effed his career, bro. Yeah, I mean, the dude was ultra talented, man. His skill set, his flow, and his skill set was crazy. Man, he just can't. It's like DMX, bro. You can't get past those demons, man. You just can't get past those demons, and it messes your career up. You know what I mean?
C Murder was nicer than Mystical.
I mean, they're on par with each other.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're on par with each other. Because you hear more people talk about C Murder now than you do Mystical.
I mean, but like shit, Devin the dude got a legacy. That nigga ain't nice as Scarface. I mean,
we'll see.
We'll
see.
But have a legacy.
But I think it's wishful thinking. I don't know. Maybe we put this out into the ether and people, hear it. Maybe some people start getting some ideas about getting some verses. We need to start a movement, man. Let's do some southern verses with these southern rappers, man, to get them going. So
did Luda and T.I. do one?
Say again?
Did Luda and T.I. do one?
I think they did, but I don't count that though.
Okay. I felt like I seen Luda in one.
I think they. I don't think T.I. did. Did T.I.? I think they did do it, but it's not. I don't really. I don't know, man. Luda ain't. Once he started doing movies, man, Luda fell off. I don't think he do music at all right now, does he?
I don't know. I haven't checked for Luda, but I'll be honest though, the last mixtape I remember was hard. But that shit was years ago, but not taking anything away from it. Like Luda is obviously more occupied with acting, but man,
T.I. tried to do it.
I think the mixtape was called like 121 gigawatts or something like that. Man, everything on that shit was crazy. Like Luda is not rusty. I think he just ain't in that bag.
He don't need to be. The dude's making bank doing movies.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's making a gazillion. He's making a gazillion off the Fast and the Furious going into space and shit now instead of
trying to find new shit to steal. They niggas just stole everything on Earth. They ain't got shit to do.
So before we jump off, we're gonna switch gears. I haven't seen it yet, but you have. Let me know about Raising Cain. What is it that you've seen so far from this show? Because it's supposed to be loosely based on the life of Curtis Jackson, Mr. 50 Cent himself. Let me know what you thought about this show so far.
Man, I thought it was great. Power, the original series was great. The book 2 with Tyreek was great, and I think this one is probably the best because mainly because of the actors. I mean, the story is good, but it's the performances to me that really sit with me because the mother who plays Raquel, I don't know the actress's name, but she bodies it, man. She plays it so well and so uniquely. And then the kid that plays 50, yo, man, he plays Cain, and I'm calling him 50, but man, this kid did his homework, bruh. Like the way that 50 Cent portrays his character, the kid who plays the same character as him younger matches it exactly. And nice. He's got he's matched his speech pace, the way he says his lines when his face looks a certain way. Joey Badass, you remember him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on there. He's an actor. He's playing Unique. So he does real good. They doing their thing, man.
So I'm
proud of it.
I'm a little biased though, so I have been watching the Wu-Tang story on Hulu.
Oh yeah. So how you buy it? The first 50 Wu-Tang.
Yeah, man. Wu-Tang got a better. To me, Wu-Tang got a better legacy. You know what I mean? Because
of course, I mean, yeah, it's Wu-Tang.
So and then with RZA producing and just I think they put out a good product right now with that, and it's more than just they're telling a story more just one. So with 50, he's basically telling essentially the story of himself. But with the Wu-Tang Show is basically the whole crew. You know what I mean? How they came to be. And, everybody's own individual parts, and everybody has their own breaking down their own story of how they how they got into the group and how they came to be. So if you haven't checked that out, man, check that out. It's really dope.
That's a series too, right?
It is a series on Hulu, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes, but yeah, it's hard to get more legendary than Wu-Tang. Man.
So listen, we about to jump off, man. So let everybody know again where they can find you at, what the new music you got coming out, what music you have out now, and where they can find it. All
right. So I can be found on Instagram, Honesty Blade Music. That's HONASTY Blade. YouTube, the same handle, Honesty Blade Music. I'm gonna become more active on that channel. But my next releases, I want to put music videos on there instead of just other content. So
nice.
But I'll be found on there. Go check out Son of Mark. That's my full-length studio album, 10 cuts on there. Man, quality music. You can find all of that on Amazon, YouTube Music, Spotify, Deezer, wherever you consume your music. My single after that, Blades, BLADES. That's on all of those platforms. So, come tap in with lyricism. This shit is still here. It ain't went nowhere. And, keep supporting hip hop. So
we're going to try to make this thing a regular thing with you and I coming on here. It's going to be a whole, we'll have a whole library of videos of this. Try to come on here as much as we can, man. Just chop it up, whatever's new. And we'll try to get you hip on some music coming out. Try to get a chance to go listen to Certified Lover Boy. Tell me what you think. It's on YouTube right now. You can go listen to the whole album on YouTube, man. When you get a chance, put the rap battles down for a second. Go listen to that album, and then come back when we get back on the air and tell me what you thought about it. And then you're gonna agree and say, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 cuts of that was dope. The rest was trash. So we'll see. So,
man.
All right, folks. Yep. All right, folks. I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
I came to kick it with you. Keeping everything I can keep official with you. I'm quick to get you. Understanding my force. Cut you like a samurai sword. Don't even try to strategize war. With sharp blades, lyrically I cut you.